Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to Sip Into It with me, your co-host, that's Jasmine, and our host.
Hell yeah. Hey y'all. Welcome to Sip Into It. So happy to see y'all again. Even those of y'all that are so obsessed, impressed, and love to learn. Cause y'all love to low-key sit, but y'all black. So hey, there's that.
Hello. Hi there. What do I call you guys? Shadow people?
Shut up, people.
Yeah, shadow people. Oh, girl, I didn't
What?
open my drink or nothing.
Are you
So,
good?
remember how we were talking earlier, and I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna drink. Yeah, I've decided I'm gonna try something new. So,
Okay, what you sipping on? What
vodka
is it?
soda.
Vodka soda. What brand is that?
Uh, Deep Eddy
Okay. I'm gonna have to see if they have them in
lemon.
the
They had a
lemon.
whole bunch of they had a whole bunch of different flavors, but
Mm.
try to play it safe with lemon. I like lemonade, so I try to.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Kind of like one of those, like what do you call it? Like the Simply Spiked? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like that basically. So,
Yeah,
okay,
something
which
like
I have
that.
not had yet, but I would like to try. Have you tried it?
Oh yes.
Is it
Oh
good?
yes. Oh yes.
She like,
Oh
oh yeah.
yes. Oh yes.
Okay.
They was on to something.
Okay. Okay.
Shout out to Simply Spiked.
Right. Getting a simplified five. But yeah, so okay. So what are y'all drinking on tonight? Don't be shy.
Right,
Cause
right,
y'all
right.
always do that. Y'all like to be all shy and whatnot.
Right. Tell us what y'all sipping on. Come on, come on.
Yes, YouTube,
Comment.
Facebook. I know y'all drinking. Let's see.
Yeah,
Let's
give us some suggestions too, like some stuff that y'all really like or something like, y'all be drinking on that y'all think we should try. Like, I'm all for that as well.
absolutely. Let me see. I'm looking at it to see who. I'm still trying to figure out the YouTube thing, but we gonna get there. So okay, y'all. Welcome to Sip Into It. Our topics for this week are bitter baby mamas and baby mama link ups. Cause it's been a whole lot of like baby mama drama and whatnot going on.
Yeah,
Just
this the week of the baby mamas. This the week
yes,
of the
chaos.
baby mamas inserting themselves into some stuff, ain't they? Baby mamas and baby daddies really inserting themselves into stuff for real.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. Like tripping. But I don't even know where to start because it's been like really crazy. Like I feel like me and you were just talking about that over the phone about how like bitter baby mamas are and how they are when it's more than one of them and then they get to linking up and all of that when stuff don't go their way. It just be a whole hot mess basically. But and it's crazy because right after that it's like all of this like celebrity news started breaking like
Mm-hmm.
with people and they baby mamas and I'm like, girl, you seen this?
Yes, girl, we were having that conversation, and
I'm
it
like,
just seemed like something just came, the atmosphere just shifted, and it was just like, okay, since they talking about it, let's go ahead and bring some celebrity baby moms out and go ahead and let them get the get the shine off. So they
right.
definitely getting the shine off. I told you, girl, there's something something in the water, the eclipse, something.
It a lot of stuff kind of been off since that eclipse and whatnot. And then the full moon too. Like
Oh yeah,
it,
that was wild. That
I
was
was like,
wild.
wow. Like what
That
is
was
going
wild.
on?
Yeah, girl. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
A whole lot. So basically, I see we got some viewers or whatever, but I can't necessarily see the names and stuff like that. Oh, I can't see the names because they're not Facebook friends with us. Got it. That makes sense. I also can't see the names of the people on YouTube that are viewing. But hey, y'all. Mhm. Girl, what do say? Finally famous. They watching from other states.
Well, hey everybody. Hi shadow people. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Mhm.
If you're a new shadow person, welcome. If you're an old shadow person, welcome back.
Like
The
clockwork.
the atmosphere is still the same. The same two people are still doing the same thing.
Hmm. Elevation. Period.
Exactly. Exactly. Our point exactly.
So cheers to that. We got fans, boo.
Mm.
So
Always, always knew. Always knew I was. Always knew. Shout out to the little people for real.
Mama, I love you. Mama, I
Mama,
made
Mama made it.
it.
All
Okay,
right,
okay,
come
okay,
on, come
okay.
on, come on. Let's go back. Let's break
We
into it.
get silly real fast. Okay, so let's dive into Neo and Sade. This is the baby mama who he shared Braden and Brixton. Baby boy
Mm-hmm.
and a baby girl, they about what, maybe about a year or two apart. And
Mm-hmm.
this was the young, why well, I gonna say young lady, because this is a grown woman. This is the woman that was creeping with him down in the villas
Mm-hmm.
while his wifey Crystal was at the crib.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Neo got lots of land, honey. He got a big mansion and all that stuff back there. So she was creeping back there and whatnot. Crystal chilling at the crib allegedly, and you know, the main house, whatever, our mansion allegedly, and she's sneaking through the back, through the villas and whatnot, and you know,
Not sneaking through
knocking
the villas.
the boots with Neo and made not one but two children. So she recently went over to the crib and tried to expose him on live, honey. Talking about some Diddy Jr. Say hi, Diddy Jr. You're next, Diddy Jr. And all this foolishness, basically. So it's crazy because she literally sat up there and called this man Diddy Jr. He allegedly be having prostitutes, drugs, a whole bunch of illegal substances and whatnot at the crib with the babies and everything. And she said that she had to go over there basically because he asked, well, she had to go over there basically because he wasn't really watching the kids like that. You know, he was having freak offs basically. So she had him on camera. The babies was laying on the bed in the background and everything while she was just cutting into him. But I feel like if you feel like he's just as bad as Diddy, why you want your kids over there in the first place?
I mean, ma'am, my thing is this is the same person who was married that you were sneaking through villas with.
Period.
Was he like, if he was doing all of that on his wife, he ain't got no respect for his wife. He ain't got no respect for you.
Mhm.
You having kids with him don't make a difference.
Nope.
I can't officially comment to the whole him having freak offs in his home and stuff like that. He may very well be having freak offs in this goddamn house. My thing is he having freak offs in his house in front of his kids? I highly doubt he is sitting there having freak offs in front of his kids. That's for one. Number two, the way she was cussing him out, talking about some shut your whole ass up, da 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 da. How you gonna come up in my house, disrespect me in my house, trying to expose some stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't you at your house, bitch? If you so worried about what I'm doing, grab them kids and get the fuck on.
Yep.
We all know, first of all, we all know that Neo be getting freaky. He got two women's, count them, two women's. Two women's.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's in a nice little throuple and they enjoying themselves out here in life and everything like that. And here you come being bitter. And that's what it is. It's giving bitter because Neo is out here enjoying his life. And you know, whatever the case may be. Like I said, I don't feel like Neo's a bad dad. I can't really speak to that part, but I really don't feel like he's sitting up there doing drugs and having freak offs in front of his kids. Like, come on now, let's be
right. Yeah.
Let's be for real. Well, all the allegations and stuff coming out with other celebrities, I would think MFers would want to sit down.
Right. That part too. And I agree. Like, it ain't like he doing this, you know, in front of his kids. That would be pretty darn sick. While it's going on in the home, that's probably what goes on in his bedroom. He's not doing that in front of his kids. I'm almost certain.
Basically. Whatever the hell that man doing in the privacy of his bedroom in his home where he pay his goddamn bills at, that's his business. That's his damn business. It's not yours. So for you to go over there to somebody else's house and record them like you're exposing something should be. Is that against the law? That's no law against that? No, probably
well, she said she had to come over there, so she must have some type of access, which I wouldn't put it past, you know, him to do that because, you know, her babies are there, but it's just like, it's the way she went about it. I think, honestly, what she did, whether the kids were asleep or not, because they was sitting right behind him like on the bed, like laying on the bed behind him. And like some people had this type of like ridiculous mindset, like, oh, they're little, they don't know. Like, baby, they hear everything, and like they're like, if anything, at such a small age, their minds are just easily
molded,
they like sponges, basically. Like, and you sending all them negative vibrations and stuff. Like, if you were gonna pull up and have that conversation with him, it should have been a hey, the kids snapping, whatever, let me speak to you real quick.
Right.
First of all, you shouldn't be pulling up anyway, because that's a whole other issue. You should be making a phone call. But if you feel like it's something going on where it's that deep, by all means, because you got two little ones and they can't speak for themselves yet, pull up. Right. Let me pull you to the side. Let's have a conversation about XYZ. And if that ain't going as planned, the way that should have been handled, you should have got them babies, got up out of there, whatever. But according to his sister, well, she can't necessarily just go up there and snatch them. You talk about you being called over there or felt like you had to go over there. She ain't got custody of them. She ain't even got custody of them. So she don't have it. So clearly, it take a lot for a judge to take the kids from their mother.
So
she ain't got custody.
So, ooh, girl.
It's given, bottom line, is the two girls, the two girlies that he got, his two women's, his girlfriends and whatnot. All that happened was, to me, it's what it seems like is they just voted her out and she mad.
It's not they voted her out.
They all had a group meeting. Woman A, Woman B, and Neo, and they all came to the final decision that they were going to vote her out, because when the freaks was freaking off, you ain't have a problem before it up until now.
True. This is
But
very true.
you're mad now because it's giving because you are no longer a part of it.
Hmm.
He like
I can
get
see that.
yourself together, focus on get yourself together first and foremost, so you can come and probably get custody of the children that you gave birth to.
I don't. Okay. So how you gonna go over there and expose somebody, and you don't even have custody?
Mm-mm.
I'm confused. Where's the disconnect?
It's
I'm
it's it's probably drugs and
again, bitter. Cause you worried about the wrong goddamn thing. You so busy over there whirling about exposing Neo. Girl, you need to expose yourself to get yourself together so you can expose to some custody. Get exposed to some custody for your children. I'm not. I'm. Let me shut. Let me
yep.
shut. Come back.
Yep, it's absolutely insane. Made a complete fool out of herself, and get this, she turned around and apologized afterwards. After all of that, like, how you gonna try to come back from that? You have called this man. I lost count of how many times she's called this man Diddy Jr. And then you just think is you just gonna apologize? Mm-mm. Well, all this going on with Diddy, those are some really, yeah, that's a lot. Like those are some extreme like allegations to make.
And my thing is too, is like you came in there on that messed up ass energy, that vibe or whatever that you was presenting at that time because you were upset about whatever it was you were upset about. Again, this will make me look at you sideways because you don't even stand on what you feel you should be standing on. If you feel like this man is a problem, as a problem, a safety hazard to your children, then you should absolutely stand on that. For you to turn around and apologize about it, then that man, that makes you look like a psychopath bitch. Make you look real snaky. And like your bitter is showing. Your bitter is showing. Can't hear you.
Oh, I agree. It's a lot more to that for sure. So
Why
they
don't
ain't the only
y'all?
ones,
Yeah,
sis.
yeah. Why don't we
Let
ask
me.
them to chime in too on that whole thing with Neo and Sade? Y'all chime in. Tell us what y'all think about that. You know, is it giving a bitter baby mama, or is it giving that she really, Neo's really uh playing bad dad, like she's trying to paint him to be?
Okay, I see you.
Hmm.
We got somebody be on. Boy, in the comments. Well, don't be shy, y'all. Come on. Like I'm looking at the numbers, but it's
All
okay.
right.
I get it. I get it. Cause I don't always be wanting. So I don't know. I feel like she basically bitter because she was cool up until this point, and this really follows like this comes after she basically, was revealed to the public that he had two women in
Mm-hmm.
his life that he was publicly claiming. So
Mm-hmm.
Stuff be
That's
getting bitter.
exactly when all of this she decided to come out with all of this, because if you've been around them and you've been dropping the kids off with them and all that stuff, you would have been said something. So
Yep. Yep. That's crazy. Ain't no coming back from that one. So since we was talking about that, let's get into Miss Mai and Jeezy. This is crazy because you heard about what happened with them, right?
I most certainly did. I saw a couple postings about him and allegedly the domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there was a report filed against Jeezy for allegedly pushing Jenny Mai down at a hotel.
Yep.
And one of the hotel security staff had to intervene.
Yep. At the Ritz Carlton, they was cut up
Why everything always happen at the Ritz?
at the Ritz Carlton,
At the
like
Ritz.
Fly say.
I knew you was gonna bring him up. That's exactly what I think of when I think of Ritz Carlton Plaza.
Because they think that's the only upscale hotel that exists.
Don't they, girl? Don't they?
Like there aren't others, but go off.
Right.
There are plenty that we will not name because y'all ain't gonna be pushing folks down the steps there. We would like to relax in peace. Thank you very much. Okay. I don't need to be seeing nobody. Hey, John D. I don't need to be seeing nobody getting pushed down the stairs when you just want to have a getaway at the hotel and relax and enjoy the spa. Don't nobody need all that. Keep that at home.
Right. Shoot, keep all that ghetto niggerdom at home.
Oh, Jesus. Like, man. But I'm like, basically, so yeah, you are correct. So they were having an argument at the hotel, or not just any hotel, the Ritz Carlton out in Cali. And he was like yelling at her, like, you B word, I can do better. I can have so much better than you. And he kept saying it. And that wasn't the first altercation, I guess, that they had. Like, and I agree, like Johnny said. She said, Johnny, you said, I don't know what to believe for real. Me either, because it's like so much back and forth. However, y'all, the peachy streets have been talking.
What they saying where you at?
The lawyers have chimed in, honey, because they got access to the official documents and whatnot. They got access to all that good stuff. And y'all know, sipping to it.
True, sipping to it for.
If this goes to trial, all is supposed to possibly be exposed. Basically, what is said, to sum it up, to make it simple, Jenny is definitely a victim. For sure. Like, while she may have had her things with Jeezy, he has definitely done some things. And you're right.
Also, too, it's like, because when they first came out about the divorce, when the divorce first came out, Jenny seemed genuinely like shocked at everything, and also like she didn't want to say it too much. She wasn't trying to say too much about the divorce. When
Absolutely
she was
not.
when they were when the divorce initially came out, she did her shock roll and everything like that. I don't know what
Mhm.
about. Maybe just trying to cover up the fact that he may be a monster behind closed doors. But when
Could
the
be.
divorce initially started, she was shocked, and then she didn't really say too much. She was just popping out with her baby, and all of that stuff, taking these pictures and everything like that.
Yeah.
And even when she started taking those type of pictures, I noticed that. We noticed that, Jeannie.
Because it wasn't happening as much before. It's like, look at what you're missing. You
Yeah,
sure you want to do that?
when you break free of somebody, you get to feeling yourself and getting them. Yeah, I definitely saw.
Mm.
And I was just like, oh, okay, Jeannie Mai out here in the snow with boots on and panties. Go off, girl.
Okay. Shivering. Wait, so Johnny said, I wonder if he wanted to divorce first to try and save his own tail.
Hmm.
According to what's been going on in the proof, yeah, that would make sense. Like, for sure. Like, the hotel incident, like, you had a whole, like, security guard at the hotel. Well, hotel security rather, at the
Mm-hmm.
hotel who witnessed that and intervened to help her, and she said that she was fearful, she was scared.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I would be too. You pushed me down some doggone steps,
Right, and it's the Ritz. Like you pushed me down,
and you
probably
really
some
didn't care, and it
probably some
aligns.
flights of stairs.
Okay. And then it aligns with him being intoxicated, because that's another thing that she mentioned in the documentation. Like,
Mm-hmm.
him basically being loud, acting out, basically, because he's intoxicated and stuff like that. And the first situation occurred about 3 weeks after she gave birth to Monaco. I guess they were sitting in a limo, right? And the part that is that I noticed was missing was what happened before this. What were y'all talking about before? Where y'all sitting in a limo, what did you say to him before? Where y'all sitting there, the driver's in the limo and everything, right? And he
Mm-hmm.
has to ask the driver to exit, to leave the limo, basically. What did you tell your husband? Because after that, when he asked the driver to leave, she tried to exit. And he allegedly punched her across the face with a closed fist, calling her a snore. We're going to say a snore because I know we're on live and different things like that. So we're going to call her a
Mm-hmm.
snore. He called her a snore and said that he could not wait to divorce her. And this was in 2022. Was it January of 2022? So for her to say she blindsided, what was this? Because we're in 2024 now. This happened, what, a few months ago? Like, he told you back in 2022 what it was. And after that, they contacted their pastor and the therapist to try to work things out, I guess. And it just did not.
But that's why I say when I said she probably did that to paint the image of, he's not a monster behind closed doors, which in reality, if that is who he is behind closed doors, then that is who he is.
Absolutely.
We can't try to paint a picture of something different, especially when things come out and other people see it. You have witnesses that have seen you and this man get into altercations, and then seeing him, you know,
Mm-hmm.
act out of character, but put his hands on you. And it's not okay. It's not okay. And I mean, you really got to think of your daughter,
Yeah. And her
regardless.
bestie was present for one event as well, where he got
Mm,
mad because she went missing for like 25 minutes and he wanted to like leave abruptly. And then what is it? John D just said because the text where she was like, "You don't know your own strength," had me wondering too. Like for real.
mm-hmm.
Because why is
Mm-hmm.
she telling him something like that? And you
Mm-hmm.
know, people get extra strong, extra strong with that liquor in their system. So,
My thing is, but why though? Why are y'all like they haven't been married that long?
mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think I kind of know why. Remember those cheating allegations that came out?
Yeah.
Yep, saying that
Yeah.
she had allegedly cheated. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I don't. It's a lot of reasons a man would say such a thing to his wife at that. She just had your baby 3 weeks ago. Y'all ain't been married that long. Yeah. Like, I wonder if that's what she confessed to prior to, and then that's what led to the counseling. Because you punch somebody in the face, I mean, like, come on now. They will want to leave after that. I mean, but everybody handles that differently,
And
you
then
know.
Jenny Meyer, you gotta look at her. She's like
Really frail.
she's a petite lady. Like she's
Mhm.
small. So, you know, that's not a match for you, GC. That's not the match. You try to
Yeah.
find you a sparring partner. I don't think it's your wife, bruh. So
Right. Right. Ooh. Yep.
child,
He's
I heard so
he didn't.
I hope it
Mhm.
gets better before it get worse, but something is telling me that it's gonna get a whole lot worse before it get any better. And the messed up part about this is they do share a child, like
Mhm.
beautiful baby, and
Mhm. Yep. She right in the middle of it all.
right in the smack dab in the middle because now it's like he's basically because we reported what last week about him not getting to spend as much time with Monaco and
Mhm.
everything like that. Not
Mhm.
even understanding why Jeannie Mai was doing what she was doing, and it's because
Mhm.
you're like you've put hands on me. You've put hands on this woman.
Yeah, because we initially like it's giving bitter. It's giving just
Yeah.
because he didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to be married to you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And like John D said, like it's definitely about to get uglier because what did it, I feel like, is when he tried to
Oh.
apply for full custody. Like, what mother is going to give you full custody, whether she travels or not, of her child? Like, it doesn't, that doesn't matter. Like, you know, she
Mm-hmm.
said she was. Johnny said I was mad when she was trying to make it seem like he was an unfit parent, and all of a sudden, absolutely. Because remember, she was just online right around, what was it, Father's Day, talk about
Mm-hmm.
how much of an amazing father he was, and they did the little prayer. Pray for my daddy and his book, amen. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm. I
that's when
remember
the
that
divorce
too.
news broke like
Yep.
a
Right
week
after
later.
that. Right after that.
Yep,
Right
yep.
after that. It was girl, I swear I thought I seen it a couple of days after that. I'm just like, they was just
Yeah,
praying
that's
about a
about
book.
right.
And I'm just like,
Hmm.
so did you was y'all praying about the book or just think that
Help.
prayer makes
They was
I,
praying for help, girl.
I mean, like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like
Mhm.
maybe Jeannie Mai really wanted it to work out with Jeezy, and that's why they were trying. She was trying. I feel like she was trying hard, and you know, when I guess, like you said, when the allegations came out with the cheating and stuff like that, men are they are just as unstable as we are. Okay, their mind's not right either, all the way. So.
Yeah, they have feelings and emotions too. I really want to know what else was said in that limo because I mean, what did you say to him? It like it was more to that story. Like it's always.
Jandy said she just didn't want to look dumb or be a single parent.
That too, because after
Mm-hmm.
her last divorce and
Mm-hmm.
her painting her ex-husband out to be so terrible, and then to see him move on with his new wife, and then he had children and they're still happy.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets with Jeezy the
Mm-hmm.
snowman.
Mm-hmm.
What a beautiful chocolate man.
Mm-hmm. I
Gorgeous.
don't know. Maybe not. Maybe just, you know,
He
it's
went into
okay.
her hip hop. I remember all of that. It went from dark meat on the side to a main dish, and all of a sudden she like, this is how I was back in the day. Since when, Miss May? Because you with Jeezy now? Oh, I peeped that. I peeped that. I remember
Well,
all that stuff she was doing, the captions and all, but I didn't see any of that before. I'm just saying. And
I
then she
mean,
tried to say that he got these guns and stuff around the house. Like, now Jeezy, y'all know that's his real name. Jay Jenkins has said he don't move around his crib without that thing on him, without the strap. He don't go to the bathroom, the kitchen. I was just like, when I was outdone when I saw the mattress back and it was the stuff up under the mattress. I'm like, okay. And this is new to who?
apparently,
Like,
Jeannie.
you ain't never seen
Apparently,
that. I thought you knew, girl. I thought you knew.
girl, that's just see what happened.
CRAPSTER
See
or
what happened when
RAR.
you
I said
see
ER.
what happens when you try to change up like that. You try to change your
Not a,
egg rolls for ribs. Don't do see just
I
stay in
think
your
that's what
lane.
did it too when she was on there trying to make him something other than fried chicken. It was downhill from there.
She tried.
We do
She tried.
not want to eat no ramen noodles with
I
eggs
mean, hey,
and
bro,
shrimp.
I do like me a good, Tom Curry bowl, but I gotta be in the mood for that type of stuff. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
like,
saying? But if you no,
sometimes you just want some fried chicken. And it's like, you seen what she was on there trying to cook something other than fried chicken for him. It's like, be for real. Be for real. Like, girl,
just
read the
stay,
room, please.
just stay in your lane. Just stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. That you will do sushi and egg rolls and
She coming
shrimp
out.
fried rice and everything like that. You don't do that other stuff. You don't
Yeah,
do nothing else. You just stay in your lane.
Like all the songs he done made, she clearly, you could tell. Remember when they got married, how her mama was acting and stuff? Her son-in-law Jeezy. Like, girl, y'all clearly ain't listening to none of this man's song. None of them. Jeezy like to drink. Jeezy like to smoke. Jeezy like to mix Arm & Hammer with his coke. And she must have thought he was talking about the coke from the Coca-Cola factory. Had to. Like, he made it. I'm a TRAPSTAR, a trap star.
Maybe she thought she could change him.
What kind of
Maybe
trap star did you think he was? You thought he was
maybe
gonna
she
stop
thought
sleeping with the straps under the mattress.
maybe she thought, okay, we'll just get him a katana sword and this is what y'all do. Switch out these guns. Maybe she thought she was gonna get him some nunchucks. Less violent. I don't know.
That's some nunchucks.
I don't fucking know. Like,
I'm not finna play with you. Damn.
Maybe I don't know.
And he walking around in his house. Now I get it. Safety when it comes to those type of weapons and stuff. Like she says that the baby found one inside of a Louis Vuitton bag. If that is truly the case, then absolutely not. Like gun safety is absolutely important, and I do want to like say that because you can never ever underestimate these kids. No matter, like they are very very intelligent and they can figure some stuff out. So making sure they're stored safely and whatnot, always do that. However, if he want to walk around with that thing on him when he go to, take a poop, bathe, whatever, you knew who you were marrying, ma'am. And
apparently not.
I mean, maybe she thought she could change those ways, but that's where the disconnect comes in, that I guess. And that's on you, Jeezy. The backgrounds and whatnot, whether like different backgrounds or not, it's just certain things that certain people cannot necessarily relate to, and that's nothing against them, but it's like she can't understand it, and she probably thought she could change it.
Watching her on the real. Oh my God, Jasmine, don't say this. You know what? This is my opinion, and I'm gonna say it, damn it. Watching her on the real, she wasn't even my favorite member. She used to be honestly kind of annoying. So I could understand if he was annoyed with her. I really couldn't understand that because some of the things that she would say, first of all, some of the things that she would say would be a contradiction. There's a lot of things. Then I felt like she you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Fetishized black men. And a lot of people were saying that about her.
Yep.
So,
and they checked her about that. They weren't feeling that whole dark meat on the side comment. Like one, that was red flag number one, but go, hey, do what you want, Jeezy. But like, and you can't come back from that. Like, that's crazy. You like your dark meat on the side. This is what happens when you try to become the main dish, sir.
Some things is better left in your mind unsaid, or said between you and another person that ain't gonna repeat what you said. Some things is just better that way.
That part.
So
that's something you talk to your homegirl about.
Exactly. We not. You gonna.
You said it on public television.
And that's what I mean. That's the stuff I be talking about right there. That is the perfect example of her just being annoying. Like, why Why would you say that?
Attention.
And you knew damn well they was gonna come for you because first of all, it wasn't a lot of fans of you marrying Jeezy at first. Okay, let's just put that out there in the open. It wasn't a whole bunch of fans excited about Jeannie and Jeezy's marriage. That was just number one. You know, a lot of people had their opinions on how long it was gonna last. And I hate to say this, but majority of them goddamn people was right. So shout out to y'all. Y'all over here, you know, future telling this shit and shit like that. Cause y'all
What is it? They said they give it a month. They said they give it a year or two if they. It wasn't that long at all.
Yeah, people. I mean, but people who, if you follow Jeezy, which we all do, and you follow Jeannie, you know that these two people are 100% different people. You know, they are definitely not cut from the same cloth. Not saying that
very private.
Yeah, not saying that these people. That was another thing. Because Jeannie just seemed like she got a big mouth. But if that's saying that those two people can't come together, because opposites definitely do attract. However, if your opposite is a negative B and you are a negative C, I don't know if two negatives coming together is supposed to make a positive, and maybe so the only positive y'all made was Monaco, because everything else is just turmoil, fire.
Yep.
And like saying, like, if from the outside looking in, they seem like they had a pretty okay marriage, you know. But
they looked good together in photos.
In photos.
Fashions, that was about it though.
But I didn't really get to see him loving on her. You get what I'm saying? I never saw that.
Because the thing is, it seems like since 2022 stuff went left, so they was keeping it together in front of the cameras when they were together up until this point. And you know, she kept pushing it and trying to put on basically, because she's very, like I said, he is very private. He don't broadcast everything. Real low key. And she put everything out there. She's talking about it. If she ain't talking about it on national television, it's on her profile. And that's a lot of, what people were saying that a lot. And if you know him, then you how's that gonna work?
Yeah. It wasn't gonna work for long, just these two people are totally opposite. Like you said, he's super private and Miss May is very extroverted.
Attention seeker. She likes attention.
I was trying to be nice and call her an extrovert, but never mind.
No, let it out.
Never mind.
We give her
like I said, I'm not necessarily gonna sit up here and say I was a fan, but however, the domestic violence shit is not cool. And if he was definitely putting his hands on that woman, and she definitely deserves justice for that. Because I be goddamn if you sit here and I push your baby out and everything, you want to put your hands on me. We now we went to a whole different another category, sir. Fuck the divorce. Let's talk about the other D, the domestic violence. Right. Let's talk about that. Shit. You want to talk about the divorce? Let's talk about the violence.
Like, let's talk about it. So hopefully they end up working that out and it doesn't go to trial, because then yeah, that's when everything will end up being exposed, and we've seen enough. Like, and they're both at this point is getting real dirty because they're selling stuff to the blogs. That's how the
Mm-hmm.
blogs. That's how, all of us are getting our hands on these photos because she's sending stuff, especially her. She going
Well,
in with
that's
that.
that's her domain.
Oh
She
yes.
looks she's definitely all about putting it out there in the open and everything like that.
Hmm.
And I'm not. I just feel like yes, this lady has a right to tell her truth. Like he wanted a divorce, cool, fine, dandy. I'm gonna give you the divorce. Now it's when you start saying that
Hmm.
I'm not letting you see the baby, blah blah blah. Well, give him the real. Why am I not letting you see your baby? And then he tried to say that the accusations that she was making against him were 100% false.
Ooh, imagine it comes out that, yeah. I mean, it's a lot that already came out, but she really trying to ruin him. He could have really just took it for what it was and whatever. And they could have probably handled this and not went so public with it. But I mean,
They're
one of
celebrities,
them
Taya.
was
They're
trying to sell it
celebrities.
to the blog. So there's
They're
that.
celebrities. That's what they do.
Yeah,
They're
when
gonna
it
look
get
you in the
dirty.
eye.
Yeah, but it was kind of it's out there, but when it got to the point where you selling stuff, like yeah, you really playing dirty because ain't nobody have
Mm-hmm.
all of this. But
Mm-hmm.
hey, but
True.
we
True.
gon' speaking of bitter, talk about baby mama link ups. Let's dive into that because I know Jazz, you had like a situation that what you were asked about, you were faced with, or something like that.
Whew. Child.
So what happened?
Mm. So I be minding my own business all the time. I don't say too much to no one, and then you just mind your own business, Then you just get a random call from, you know, my thing is with this whole baby mama link up and everything is like I told you.
Mhm.
I am all for um us coming together as a unit for our children. We all got kids with this individual. Now, this individual don't want to act right,
Mhm.
and these siblings, then we need to find a way to work around this, right? I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
It's when it's when we get to talking, and it's not about the kids anymore. It's about that individual and
Mhm.
all of the negative energy it takes to sit there and come together and talk about this person.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's giving, and I mean, this isn't the first time this has happened to me. This isn't the first time it's
It's
happened to me.
giving
It's giving.
goof troop
It's
because
giving.
the when Goofy try to link up, that's exactly what that is.
All of us,
Continue.
all of us sitting there, all of us sitting there being bitter and shit like that. Like, who the hell watching the kids? Damn it. Like, come on now. But that incident that occurred just last week, it really made me look at how I am as a baby mom. Like, bitch, I ain't bitter. Like, whatsoever. I'm not gonna
Right.
lie. I used to be.
Not even a
I
little
used
bit.
to be. I used to be mad as hell. But when you figure out the what relationship works best for the co-parenting, then all that other stuff go out the window. You can come together for the sake of the kids. All that
Absolutely.
other stuff go out the window. You know what I'm saying? Baby mamas become bitter because the life that they had with their baby daddy is over. Whatever that looks like. On
Yep.
top of the fact that now he's
Exactly.
out there with somebody else living his life. So now you bad about that.
Yep. And what do?
And then
They want to
you
link
turn
up,
around.
cause
Yep, you turn
chaos,
around.
or trouble.
Yep. You want to cause chaos. You want to link up. You want to sit around and have a man bashing party. Have a baby daddy bashing party and shit like that. And it's not gonna change the facts. It's not gonna change the fact that y'all not together. This is not gonna change the fact that that's your baby daddy, you his baby mama. Like, none of that's gonna change. Like, I've really sat down with myself and really just like really evaluated this. Like, you are the person I have my children with. I don't know. I can't
And
stay
that's it.
mad forever with this stuff because at the end of the day, fool, I need you to help me get our little people to become big people who got some sense. You know what I'm saying?
Period. Because
And
all
if
that
I
chaotic.
and if I'm bitter, that's gonna turn my kids bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not trying to project and pass on that energy to my children. It
Ever.
don't work that way.
Nope. Yeah, I completely agree. Like you can tell, that stuff affects children tremendously. Ain't nobody got time for that. I understand, and then the whole linking up and whatnot, specifically,
Yeah, because what is we doing?
you know.
Don't y'all got something better to do? Like, if you gonna link up, I mean, link the kids together. Because ultimately, that's what I feel like it should be about. It shouldn't be about what the hell the bad experiences was with him or what he not doing and all of this other stuff. Who the hell cares? At the end of the day, it's about the kids. They innocent in this. So if we can start being, better going forward, co-parenting better, even with the other baby mamas, that's a co-parenting thing because, like I said, it's siblings. They all related, you know. And that's just that on that. That's how I feel about the situation. Now, as far as recruiting for your goddamn troop, your tribe, because everybody always trying to find a new tribe and shit. Whew, y'all
Yeah.
sickening with that shit. Not over here. I am not a part of the goof troop. I am not a part of the bitter tribe. I don't want no link ups, none of that. I don't want none of that.
None.
It takes entirely too much energy that I do not have for one. For two, don't turn bitter now, because y'all wasn't bitter when y'all was having kids and all this other stuff with the motherfucker. So don't turn bitter now. You wasn't
Yep,
trying to
I
link.
agree completely.
You wasn't trying to link when you knew I had kids with them and you didn't. So don't try now. Okay? Okay. Capiche?
Exactly.
Capiche? Capiche.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's crazy. Like, you want to link after the fact, and like I can say like in the past I've been through something like similar to that. Like in my much younger years, like another baby mama up and oh, we should try to keep the kids close and stuff. And initially I'm like, okay, cool, da, da, da. But it was never about that. And it's like as long as you felt like it was like a baby daddy bashing session, what the tea
Mm-hmm.
was, what this, what that was cool. But the moment you don't want to participate in that, then it's just like they ain't trying to be bothered. And typically
Mm-hmm.
it's because that other person, like, they just want somebody to kind of get with, and like you said, had these bashing sessions, and that's that low vibrational BS. Like, we got
Yes.
kids to raise, and if it ain't solid, keep that away from me. Like, because
Okay.
we protecting these babies at all costs. And
Okay.
as y'all can see,
Exactly.
to the viewers, we don't do that bitter baby mama stuff around these parts.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Like, because it ain't just about our mentals as mothers, but those babies come first.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, it is what it is. Like, I've never been the type of mom that to project my energy onto my sons. And trust me, I've
Mm-mm.
my sons or my daughter, God rest her soul, I've never been that type of mother to do that, because they bottom line is both of their parents are important to them. They love us both dearly. They don't like to hear me talk about their dad, and they don't like to
Mm-hmm.
hear their dad talk about me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that. From my understanding, my ex-husband does not do that.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even always have to get along. And guess what? If we don't, I just don't talk to you. Why? Because the beauty in that is when your kids are old enough, they can talk to that other parent. If it's
Praise
something
them.
I need to talk to you about,
Amen.
parent to parent, I'm gonna do that, because it is certain things that as adults you gotta be able to do that, because that
Mm-hmm.
shows them something like, my parents aren't together.
Mm-hmm.
However,
They can
they
still come
still
together.
do what.
Yeah, they can still come together for us and make sure that we are well taken care of. All our needs and wants are
Mhm.
are
Still a
met.
village.
So yeah, so that's something I completely agree with. I feel the same way. Like I don't sit there and bash my baby dad to my kids, and he doesn't do that
Mhm.
either to them. He actually told me out his own mouth that he doesn't do that to any of his baby mamas with any of his kids. And shout out to you
That's
for that. I
good.
respect you for that because
Yeah.
you that's how this works, you know what I'm saying? The co-parenting
Mhm.
works this way. And like kids have they have a mind of their own. You know, they have a mind of
Mhm.
their own. They see things just like we see things and everything like that.
To
So
some extent, yeah.
yeah, so with
Mhm.
that being
But it.
said,
Mhm.
like I I feel like this is just even in the real world, you gonna let a person think however they want to think about an individual. I'm not going to sit there and, like you said, project my feelings onto my
Mhm.
kids about how I feel about him. Like, no, that's not my
Yeah,
goal.
because you
You
can
know,
still have things you don't agree with. Because at the end
yeah.
of the day, they still children, and if we tell them certain things, especially as moms, like if you got, not if you got, but having sons, you have a son,
Mm-hmm.
you have a
Mm-hmm.
daughters, like, shoot, I got boys.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when it come to mama, like a lot of kids don't really play when it comes to their mothers, especially
That's
when
true.
you've been a good mother, great
Yeah,
mother.
that's
Like, they
true.
do not
That's
play
true.
about their mamas. So as a parent, knowing that I could never imagine myself, if I do have personal feelings, thoughts, feelings, or whatever, and sharing that with a child because because they're gonna take that a certain way and then it's gonna come out. And then that's at that point you're inserting them into adult business and children are to stay in a child's place.
Yes,
Like,
I agree.
and I for darn sure I'm not linking up with people because what gets me is what I don't like because I see a lot of when we talk about bitter baby mama link ups,
Mm-hmm.
like let's be real, like because we started off like young parents and stuff like that, like
Mm-hmm.
in our 20s and stuff. Like I remember seeing chicks and they got a baby by the same dude, and one went off with the dude while he was with her, you know, the cheap stuff. Then she had a baby, and then
Mm-hmm.
she thinks stuff sweet, and you know all that. And then
Mm-hmm.
as soon as stuff go left with them, then now you want to try to become besties and whatnot
Mm-hmm.
with the other baby mama. First and foremost, we are not friends ever. Because had that dude still been with you, you wouldn't even be feeling this way. You never would have cared to come and talk to me, whatever, and stuff like that. You
My
always
point
would want to
exactly.
sit down and have a conversation when you were with the dude. Because that's what happens. They want to have conversations and put everything on the table when they're with the guy. But when they're no longer with that man, they don't want to do that no more.
Mm-mm.
They don't want to do
Mm-mm.
that no more. They don't want to talk.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But when they was running around here having babies with other people's men at the time and so on and so
Mm-hmm.
forth,
Mm-hmm.
it was all good.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Mm-hmm.
all good. And now you
That's
want to be
why.
friends?
That's
Why?
that's why. That's
It's
why.
fake.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You just
That's
want to
why I
be
said
friends.
nope.
You
Nope.
bonding that
Trauma
bitter
bond,
bonding,
bitter
trauma
bonding.
bonding.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
We
Bonding
call this
over
one
bitter
bitterness,
bonding,
bitter
bitter
bonding.
bonding, and your bitter showing. I'll say
Ooh,
that. Your bitter
just sitting
showing.
up
Like,
talking mess, and where does that get you? Where
who
does
the
that get
hell?
you?
Who? First of all, who the hell cares? Who
That part.
cares? Secondly, I agree with you,
People
bitch.
that still
Let
in
me
their
tell you
feelings
something, bitches.
care.
We are not friends. We are not friends. We are not friends. I do not.
Mhm.
I do not want to be friends with none of you. We are not friends because,
If it don't
like
have
you
nothing to do with
said,
them kids,
if you was still with this man, you was not going to try to be my friend if you were still with him either. So let's just cut the bullshit. Cut the bullshit. I'm not like that's what I'm saying. People trying to find tribes and groups to claim and belong to, and so now it's just so we
and
are
that's
that.
so toxic too. Like, 'cause
Yes.
what y'all get from that, like just talking and bonding like over just bitterness, because women who have truly moved on in their lives and they're in a great place, like that typically only happens like with women who in some shape form or fashion cannot take their L, who still feel some
Mm-hmm.
type of way
Yep.
towards or about, you know, that guy or, you know, man, whatever. Like that's that, because women who are completely over that and not trying to fake like they over it do
Mm-hmm.
not behave like that. They
No, they
don't.
don't.
We so
No, they
peaceful.
don't.
What we doing?
No.
Like, well, when you come to get him again, cool. Did you call your daddy? When your daddy come get you? Like,
Oh my gosh. It's so much better, so much
something
easier.
wrong? No, cool. All right, you safe? All right. Catch you
Perfect.
later.
Yep. See you later. Talk to you later.
Right,
Thanks for
mwah.
stopping by.
Right.
Make sure
Like,
they eat.
mm-hmm. So yeah, so on that note, it's just like I just feel like as a whole, this topic with a lot of the messiness, like when you look at Neo and his kids and the baby
Yes,
mamas
baby
he
mama.
got,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, Crystal did what she did when it came to Monyetta. Now Crystal is kind of in Monyetta's position, well, she's out of it because she's divorced now. But now the girl that went and had the two babies with Neo while he was
Mm-hmm.
pregnant, and let me end it on this note. First off, he had 3 kids with the wife before you, 2
Mm-hmm.
kids with the first woman he was engaged to. That's a total of 5 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And if you felt like it was this or that, if you felt like it was some bad or negative about this guy, you went and had not one, but 2 more behind all of that. Like, not one, but 2 behind all of that. Who's the fool? Because ain't no way. And then now you want to go and talk about him being Diddy Jr. and all of these other stuff. But you mean the same man that you laid up with and had not one, but two, uno, dos, 2 more children with. And you're calling him Diddy Jr. Girl, bye. Like, do you hear how that sounds? You have no right as the last of the goof troop to be talking about nothing he got going on. Them other women know nothing. The rest of them that came before you had no clue. You had many, many, many other examples, and you still decided to play your role in the circus.
And that's why she apologized because people was eating her ass alive in them comment section. Because I was one of those people. Like, girl, if you don't get your ass out of that man's house, take them kids and go on somewhere. Now that I found out you don't even have custody of them, girl,
A joke.
you really have misplaced energy. Your priorities are really, really screwed around.
I told
And
you
you
they
need to
voted
go
her
back
out.
to the drawing board and you need to figure some stuff out. You need to repuzzle your puzzle, baby girl, because it ain't puzzling.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that's quite funny. I think she realized it was at that moment how crazy she sounded.
Mm.
And them other 2 that came before you don't want to hear about that. His 2 new girlfriends who have no children by him, or any girlfriend or anybody to come after that, don't want to hear that, because if they got every right to ask you, if this is how you feel, why, ma'am, did
And
you
on
lay
top of
down
that,
and
mm-hmm,
continue to have more kids with him if this is how you truly feel? If he was Diddy
mm-hmm,
Jr., if he was broke, if you felt like he didn't take care of his other kids and all that other stuff, don't nobody want to hear that,
right.
because it's not like you trying to convince or making up stuff at that point.
And on
Foolishness.
top of
Take
that,
care of your kids. Handle your business.
if I was anybody after the fact, like the 2 girlfriends now, I'd just be telling her, like, girl, I do not care. I do not give a fuck. That is your situation. That's what happened when you were with him. Maybe you shouldn't have did what you did. You know, that was your stupid, stupid mistake. Don't be kind of come over here and spew all that crazy nonsense over here.
Because
I
you
have
see
a
him happy
different,
in his current
right.
situation.
I have a different plan for what how we're maneuvering over here. For number one, you see this? It's me and her and him, and we all out here. That's just how I would approach the situation. She ever came to me
Yeah.
talking, I'd be like, "Girl, you
Bye.
talking, you talking to a tree right now. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm here, and as you can see, it's me, my girlfriend, and my boyfriend, and we're enjoying life. And you're bitter, and that's truly
Yep.
unfortunate. Your situation and how you handled it was truly unfortunate. But guess what? I
This
got a
is
different plan.
different.
It's so different. And do you see how?
Different
Look at him.
women,
Look
different
at
women
him.
bring out different results in men, and we
Yep,
just
that's
gonna end
true.
it on
That's
that
true.
note.
That's true, girl. That's damn true. That's for sure, for sure.
So see y'all next
Wait.
Saturday.
Before we go off, we gotta
Oh yes, yes,
definitely
yes,
step into a merch.
yes. I got my lollipop in here now, but yes, this always does good for one personal shot. I made like a mini dirty martini shot and put it up in here. And yeah, these are cute. They keep your drinks nice and cold. So make sure y'all go subscribe at www.sipintoit.co.
Yes.
And make sure y'all follow Sip Into It on Facebook, JB Chantel on Facebook, and Natalia King on Facebook. So see y'all next week and on Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And pull up with y'all favorite drinks and come sip with us. Anything you want to say to end up?
Oh, I always say, love each other, love one another. Let's keep coming together. And we will definitely, most definitely see y'all next week, next Saturday at 10 p.m. Standard time, as always. Again, to all you shadow people, letting y'all know too, we'll be back. And so thank you for watching.
Yes, love y'all too.
Yes, so much. So y'all
Y'all
have a
little
good
haters.
night. Yeah, for sure. Got